Sawadee Cup and welcome to another MMA Monday here on the Fungal Pod. It's Monday, you know what it means. It's the OG, the only one, the only MMA podcast in the world, not sponsored by Manscaped, and we keep it that way until Manscaped wants to change that. Welcome to the MMA Monday, back in your life. All right, let's get started. There's lots of things to discuss, and of course, let's just jump right into the latest UFC fight night, Holloway versus Rodriguez. And as you all know, we're not only reviewing things here, of course, actually looking more into the storytelling behind everything. Like, does it make sense? What happens next, and so on. And of course, you've probably, if you're an MMA fan, you watched this fight. And wouldn't we have seen Gaethje versus Chandler the week before? This might have taken the cake for, oh my god, fight of the year. Awesome, 5 rounds, both moving forward, throwing everything they have. Yair Rodriguez didn't look like he missed 2 years, right? So he was out for 2 years. Comes back, throws all those awkward things at Max, but Max just, Cupcake Max just keeps moving forward. Because as you know, the best is blessed. Was just another great performance by Max. Way more versatile this time than usually. Usually just like outboxes people, but this time a few kicks there, like more than usual, but just a few. And takedowns. Max going for takedowns and all the nice stuff. That was really nice to see. Like first round for Yair, but after that it was all Max. But not that he kind of outclassed him, but not like you thought, okay, it's gonna get stopped now, like against Ortega or something like this, right? So Yair always had the chance to still land something, and it was totally in the fight, but Max was just better. So what's next is the question, of course. First of all, it was cool that they both took a picture together later in the ambulance together, and all those things are respect for each other, which is very nice. What's next is the question. Now, Holloway clearly has to fight for the title again, and there is just no other way. There's no way around for Volkanovski versus Holloway 3 this time. And this time, Holloway simply has to take Volkanovski out. There's no other way around it, because otherwise the judges will never give it to him, I assume so. But we have to see that now. What else are they going to do? Max just kills everybody else, so he has to fight for the title again. There's no other way around. Yair can, as soon as he's healed up, should fight anybody. Yair versus Ortega, for example. Why not? Yair versus Zombie. Again, because let's be honest, it was a lucky victory that he pulled off the last time around. So I would be down to anything. Yair, always fun to watch. Just put him in with anyone in the top 5. Should be fun. It was a great showing there. What else do we have with the fight night? Well, Herb Dean, a bit controversial, but then again, judging isn't the easiest thing, so I'm not gonna shit on Herb Dean right now, because Dana already did it enough, I think. What's happening next is the question then. I think we have another fight night coming up, if I'm not mistaken, which is next Sunday, and it's the main event is Katlyn Vieira, ranked number 7 in the women's bantamweight division, versus number 8, the returnee Miesha Cupcake Tate, another Cupcake fan. Miesha Cupcake Tate back in action. We're gonna see what Miesha Tate is made of, right? I think. Katlyn Vieira is not the top, but she's a clear top 5 contender, number 7 right now. So if Miesha Tate survives this, if Miesha Tate passes this test, not just passes this test, then maybe she's for real. I still don't know what to think of her. And if I'm not good at betting, but if I read that right, minus means you're the favorite, right? Isn't that? So Miesha Tate minus 120, Katlyn Vieira plus 100, meaning Miesha Tate is the favorite, right? I think. So weird, but let's see. So I have to pick the older one, because it's just this would be just the storybook thingy, right? Come back, refocused, let's go for one last ride. So hey, Misha Tate, Wire getting beaten up first, but then securing a submission. Old school Misha Tate, I think. Co-main is Michael Chiesa versus Sean Brady. That snuck up on me. I didn't see it coming because Michael Chiesa is clearly in the top 6. He's ranked number 6, so yeah, top 6. Sean Brady isn't really in the top 10 yet, so I was surprised to see that happening, but maybe Michael Chiesa needs to stay active. Didn't find anyone else to tangle. Yeah, I mean, I gotta go with Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa via submission. What else do we have? We have Joan Calderwood versus Tyler Santos. Yeah, Jojo Calderwood might wanna take this if she wants to like keep bouncing back up again. Tyler Santos, I haven't really watched yet, to be quite honest. She's ranked number 9 though. And we have Davy Grant versus Adrian Yanez. Davy Grant had like this awesome scrap with Chito Vera not too long ago, which was pretty cool. Still doesn't have a number next to his name, so maybe this bout will get him closer to that. Should be interesting. Not the super mega card, but still, I think a few nice fights on there. Of course, with the main and the co-main event being very, very intriguing. Yeah, but I mean, the only story in there is Misha Tate, then just keeping climbing the ladder, right? What else did we have this weekend? We had also we had BKFC, and BKFC, let's only talk about the main event. Britain Hart defeated Pearl Gonzalez via UD, and I wrote it down 48-47, 48-47, 49-46. It wasn't, so she didn't really outclass her, but she was better, right? So I think we can all agree. There was lots of blood in there in the fight, so they both like left it all in there, which is appreciated. I think Pearl Gonzalez since came out saying that was her last BKFC fight, her last bare knuckle fight. Britain Hart said before, Pearl Gonzalez doesn't have it in her. She doesn't want to be in there. Maybe she was right. So yeah, Britain Hart continues her streak. Congratulations. The story here is, of course, Britain Hart keeps climbing up the ladder, the rankings, and keeps collecting wins. So and doing that being unapologetic, right? She's like, yeah, F everybody. So let's see who steps up to the plate next. Next BKFC event is like in 2 weeks or so we're going to talk about this then. We also had Bellator, Cyborg versus Kavanagh, and I mean, what do we take away from the main event? Nothing. I mean, Cyborg or just mauled Kavanagh. Stoppage was, and I wrote it down, round 1, 132. 1 minute 32 seconds. What the hell? The co-main event was Vassal versus Tyrell Fortune, split decision. That was interesting. Tyrell Fortune doesn't find a way back, right? So the story here, first of all, the story for Chris Cyborg is there is no one else. Kyle Harrison was in attendance, but let's be honest, if Kyle Harrison was signed with Bellator, who's he going to fight? Cyborg and then no one. Story for Tyrell Fortune for Linton Vassal, moving up. Seeing what's next. Tyrell Fortune, getting tough now, huh? So he needs to have like a decisive win in his next fight, I think. We then saw Aaron Pico showing out eventually again versus Justin Gonzalez. UD, and I wrote it down, 30-27, 30-27, 30-26. Crazy. There was a clear shutout, so congratulations, Aaron Pico. That was like display of martial arts skills to its best. Let's see who's next here. So he has to climb the ladder again, of course, but really curious to see like what he can do against like higher ranked opponents. What else is noteworthy? Oh god, yes. Valerie Loredo back in the win column via decimating Taylor Turner via split decision. 29-28, 28-29, 30-27. What did the judge drink the last one? Smoke. 29-28, 28-29, 30-27. Fuck. Yeah. Anyways, and then she was twerking and dancing in the ring in the octagon afterwards. Like, oh my god, this person is really annoying. And the story that we take away from here is, we want to see you lose. I'm sorry, Sensei Valerie. Sensei Valerie. Everybody wants to see you lose now. No one likes you anymore. I'm sorry. We want to see you lose because the way you behave and like, I'm back, you barely came back in the win column now, right? So the story here is, she's going to get a hopefully higher ranked opponent, and then it's going to get shut down probably, and we're all going to celebrate it because we are petty people. MMA fans are very petty, but if you act like that, you don't need to be surprised, right? So that's just how it is. Lastly, we also had one championship, one Next Gen 2, and the main event was bantamweight Muay Thai between Ritevada versus Semapet, and that was lame. I mean, there was a great fight until round 2, and there was a stoppage at round 2. But why? Because there was a little bit it was a cut on Semapet here. Semapet, so Ritevada is really, really tall, right? Semapet, more stocky, went forward, set him down in the first round actually with some nice combos. And but Ritevada keeps throwing spinning elbows and elbows out of the clinch, and so on. He does it really well, and then he hits an elbow out of close distance, pushing away, and then hits the elbow, and then cuts Semapet right above the eye, and then they call the doctor in, and then the doctor stops it. And everyone's like, what? Especially if you're in Thailand, all my Muay Thai coaches, Thai friends who watch, what is this? In Thailand, it's they look at you take a towel, let's go, keep going. I mean, of course, they're scared it's going to get an infection or whatever, so safety first and so on. But man, in Thailand, in a Thai fight in Thailand, they would have let it running. It was a bit disappointing. Other than that, I think nothing really that. We had a kickboxing World Grand Prix alternate bout between Dovidas Rimkus, and he just killed Sang Bamboo Sword Chun Yu via majority decision. He came out so I'm exaggerating, I'm killing, sarcastic. He came out like an emperor in a gown and stuff. And God, so cringeworthy. Yeah, so that's it. The next one event is also in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about this then. So that's more or less about it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this regard. What sticks out from this week is Max Holloway. It's Conor McGregor on Twitter again being crazy. And the Masvidal fight being off. Masvidal versus Leon is off because Masvidal is injured. And now the Khamzat wants to jump in. Leon Edwards, don't take the Khamzat fight. Don't do it. You have nothing to win. Nothing. Khamzat, as much as it's fun to see him roll through people and stuff, does not deserve that. He doesn't deserve to fight the number 2 or number 3 ranked guy. That's just crazy. So no, don't do it. Okay, so that's it. With the stories that are coming out of this past MMA week. Let's see what happens next week. Let me know what you thought. What were your favorite fights? Which stories are you most intrigued in? For me, again, it's where does Max Holloway go from here? Besides the title shot, he said he also up for fighting McGregor or fighting the champ at 155. He said 45. He said, I have a win over the champ at 155, so we can do this too. So let's see what the UFC will go for. It should be interesting. All right, that's it. As always, stay safe, take care, and we talk and see each other next week. Sawadee Cup.